It's time for Coach's Comments, being brought to you by Southside Auto Tech. I'm Joel Norman, and we're joined by the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, after an exciting 6-5 win here tonight. Rocky, this one had it all. Let's start with, I thought, the turning point in the game was that penalty kill that led to 2 shorthanded goals. Boy, oh boy.
This guy. No kidding, Joel.
How big was that, and what was the message to the team real quickly before getting on the ice for that PK?
You know what? Obviously, you're at that point, you're just trying to find a way to make sure you can kill it and get back to 5-on-5 hockey. But we've talked, all year, and this is kind of about the same time as last year where we started to generate more offense. For any of our fans that were around in the season last year, we saw a lot of shorthanded opportunities start to happen in the second half of the year, and that's because the guys are confident in their routes, they're confident in possession and where they can go to get pucks. And Larry did a great job on the first one. Obviously, it's a great shot. And then the second one, we generate another chance with Raff, and Buko's right there to pick up the change, and all of a sudden it's 4-4.
You never led until the final score, but this was such a resilient win. What did this say to you about this team right now?
That they're everything we expected them to be. And championship teams that win Stanley Cups, that win Clark Cups, they go through rough times. And you have your downs and you have your adversity. And, when you get through to the other side, you learn a lot about yourself as an individual and about your teammates. And you're better for it. And so, we've had a couple tough weekends, but our guys were resilient throughout the week of practice. And today we had a lot of, we got some tough calls. And they had 4 power plays to our 1, which something that we can't control, but we just battled and we just found a way, and so I'm proud of them, and if Lori's around, if she's trying to sell tickets, 6-5 shootouts are probably a pretty good way to do it. So I'm sure the fans enjoyed tonight's game.
Absolutely. I want to talk about the shootout. Antonio Fernandez scored the only goal of the shootout. The last time you guys won in the shootout, he was the last shooter. This time he goes first.
I got to keep everybody on their toes. Changing
it up then?
Yeah. I did have a plan, and I wanted to use Boston because Boston has been lights out in the shootout. And you saw he had the goalie beat clean. He just actually got it up over the crossbar. But, I was confident that Tony could score with that move because their goalie we expected to be pretty deep. Art and I had talked about it prior to the shootout, and we figured he was going to be deep, and so Tony's move was going to work. And then I thought Boston was going to beat him. But I didn't think it mattered anyway because I didn't think Whitey was going to get scored on.
Exactly was what happened. Just like that. 42 shots on goal for you guys here tonight. You've been preaching getting pucks on net. You guys did that tonight. What were you doing so well to get shots?
We sustained offense pretty well. I think our third high was really effective in our offensive zone. It now allowed us to kind of go downhill in the O zone at times, which was great. We still played a little bit of that, that gripping the stick too tight hockey in the first period because the chances we had could have been 3-4 to 1 at that point. But hats off to their goalie. He did a great job of keeping them in it, and then they found a way to take a couple back. I mean, their first goal, we had 4 or 5 grade A chances, and then it's in our net 10 or 12 seconds later. So that's the game, and we were just able to continue to battle through that and not let that get the best of us. And, if a team doesn't have championship aspirations and they've lost 4 in a row, you might see them fold in a situation like tonight. But to see us continue to battle and just be resilient shows the character of the group down there, and I'm just really, really proud of them for the effort.
1 game down on the 3-game weekend. 2 more to go. What was the biggest message after tonight's win to the team?
Can't win 3 if you don't win the first one. And we got the first one in the bank, and we're going for 2 more points tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, Rocky, thank you for the time. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thanks, Joel.
That was the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, joining us. And this has been Coach's Comments brought to you by Southside Auto Tech.